Are you still struggling to reach the core every single time? Let's talk resource management, must-have towers, and also advanced chips that will smoothen your whole playthrough. Resource management kind of begins with your hero selection. I take Zen, also Shroom, to heal us during boss fights, but then Bunker because he can easily hold down 1 point completely for himself, because Shroom and Bunker are essentially being used as towers on floor 1. Here also a special shout out to the sponsor of this video, Amplitude Studios as the developer and Sega as the publisher. If I get you interested in the game, check the link in the description below. 2 goals in floor 1. Research as much as possible, but also waste the least production you can. That's why we're also going to go for science first, so we can research more. Now I'm not going to put down a single tower. We see there's a wave already coming, easy peasy lemon squeezy. What we're going to do is we're going to park these 2 for now, spacebar right here. We have our research station, so we're going to be going for our advanced towers. But now it's all about just going a wee bit deeper into the dungeon. This one could be a production, so we can stack up on production for the next one. It could also be another science, but 2 science is kind of a little bit greedy because you truly want to stack up. You want to get to the point where you do have enough of both to just advance into the next level. I picked up a meta taser weapon, which allows me to turn my hero into the perfect electricity turret. They're going to be truly making sure to hold this one down, and we can do our first research already, which is in this case going to be the acid sharpshooter. I wish I had electricity, but worst case scenario, I could also just refresh the research. And if they breach through and your hero turrets are not enough, well, then you gotta every now and then help a little bit. Now, second research is already gonna be a Tesla ball, and since we're mostly fighting robots, this is gonna be perfection. Still, I'm gonna put 1 single tower here to support that we can now focus on the bottom, which I will have to hold myself. Now, before you leave, one final research, the flamethrower, for example. Still got 91 production, haven't essentially spent anything, and I just have to get my crystal bot to walk down. That's it, and we're done. Now with absolute minimal damage, 91 production, and still some research left, we are able to already leave the first floor and have a perfect start into the next one without a single struggle. To get even more research and tier 2 towers for the next floors. Second part, the theme continues. Start with science again, go for 1 production as well, and then park your hero at strategic important positions. Make sure they got the right elemental weapons. This one is, for example, fire against bugs now. Then continue searching for more research. Now, in order to lock this room down, we could spend some at least. Our Tesla coils, 1 to shoot, but technically you don't need to because this is the choke point here right now. Everyone has to go by. So I'd rather have them all come together. You can get another EMP blast or the phosphor flame, but EMP blast usually very good. And you see why my thing was wasted there now, because we're essentially waiting for all of these to converge now here. So I'd rather have them all come together and have to struggle here and get a potential EMP blast and a flamethrower tower here to supplement our 2 heroes to really make their journey here a little bit easier. Otherwise, they're going to be able to really hold this down. Again, we still have 113 production left. We can do straight up another research, could potentially get a tier 2 tower. The best part is the less towers you have, the more kills you can get per tower to then potentially get the upgrades you're looking for. Now it's going to be harsh to consider opening this door because, well, we can just perfectly keep working on here. And we want to funnel everything through this, right? We don't want in any way that someone goes not past here. Which means that we can now take our 2 guys and we could also park them right here. And since he got that fire thingy, we're gonna move him back. That means he can truly hold this down. While again, we have minimal spend. She can be early. And before sending Krabby out, we can go for another research, and that would already be a tier 2 tower. Now we had to open the way up here where they have to walk through, as we also have a tier 2 research going on if you want to be plenty greedy. Because we only have these 2-3 spawn points. You could also at the same time have him walk already. This will trigger a reinforced wave that's harder to beat, but we get it perfectly locked down. We get all the bots running into her with the electricity. Now we're supporting her, while the fire tower and the Tesla tower, together with the fire, is perfectly holding this down. When he's having like 0 issues. Well, we can just get this controlled. Maximum research, maximum production. We're so ready. Now, since we're here and this is our choke point, best thing to do is position Jimmy and Timmy right here. And we could give them a tier 2 fire tower as support. Whatever goes through actually is going to get burned down. Well, yes, we do have the max coming from down here, but that one we can perfectly hold down ourselves. So right now, 167 production, 49 science, 88 food. More than good. I need a little support here because I don't want to get overwhelmed. I could give myself an EMP tower. They're essentially just going to go in there. And without a single hassle, that tower has everything under control. We have everything under control. Our 2 units. Perfection. And Krabby's already escaping. Now, since we have a fire tower level 2, it would be smart to choose a full level 2 with a lot of bugs. And as you can see, we're taking our resources with us and we're perfectly ready for this. Now rinse and repeat, same strategy. Now let me tell you which chips we're aiming for. Now, if you like to play Cardi yourself, she's an amazing one, and that would be Robotics Professor. Improves the crystal bot when nearby, attack damage, defense, and speed. Fantastic. Also, you can give her more defense if you really want to use her a lot as a tower. Same goes here for Bunker, who can generally just be more sturdy, but it can also function really nice as a tank with his shove. Then Zed is uniquely made to be a tower. If more than 20 meters away from other heroes and Crystal Bond, 30 attack damage and 15 speed. Just put her somewhere and have her blast everything away and just be as far as possible away from her. For the Crystal Bot itself, I generally tend to give him health when the zone is completed and faster action speed that as you're zooming through, he just does things a bit quicker, especially with these daring moves. That's a wrap. Any other tips you'd like to share with the community? Drop it in the comments below. Now, if I got you interested in an endless dungeon, click the link in the description below if you want to get your copy. Shout out to Sego and Amplitude Studios here again. Thank you very much. And if you're looking for even more advice or a beginner's guide, in case you missed some of the basics, enjoy.